Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars The Black Series action figure review. Today we're going to be having a look at another Gaming Greats 2-pack from the line. This is going to be another early look video. We're having a look at the Purge Trooper and the Patrol Trooper from Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So without further ado, let's kick things off by taking a look at the packaging. So once again, we've got the standard Black Series packaging when it comes to 2-packs. We've got the foil Gaming Greats logo in the bottom right of the window there. It says Purge Trooper and Patrol Trooper on the right hand side, and then we've got that blue colour banding across the bottom which says Star Wars Jedi Survivor. There's also a very nice image of what looks to be Coruscant on the backdrop there. Bringing the packaging around, you can see we've got the mural artwork. Again, this is a 2-pack, so it's split between both characters. We've got the Purge Trooper up top and the Patrol Trooper down the bottom. And those are then repeated on opposite sides of the box on the back, with a read up about those characters down the centre, and you've got the Jedi Survivor logo at the bottom right. So starting off with the Purge Trooper. Now we have had this particular version of the Purge Trooper in the line before. It was released on the older Clone Trooper body back in 2019, as it was one of the first Gaming Greats figures to be released from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now this is a worthy update. It comes to us on the new 3.0 Clone Trooper body, which we've been seeing a lot of, which is fantastic. But in my opinion, considering that we've had 3 of the different Purge Trooper variants on the old Clone Trooper body over the years, I would have liked to see the 4th variant of the Purge Trooper just put out on that body before we got any updates. I know it could be quite a controversial take, but even though that body's outdated, at least the 4 Purge Troopers would have had a level of consistency. However, it is nice to see this on a new updated body. It provides a lot more articulation, and some of the sculpting elements have been updated as well. So just to get articulation out of the way, as with the previous 2-pack that we took a look at, with that Clone Trooper, this shares all the same articulation as the 3.0 Clone Trooper body. So if you've got any variety of that sculpt in your collection, this guy does exactly the same as that one, so there's no need to run over it in any particular detail. What we will look at though is the helmet, as the helmet is a brand new sculpt and it's been done very nicely. I hope you can get a good look at it on the camera, as this guy is quite a dark and glossy figure, so there is a lot of bounce back from my light, unfortunately. Now I have to start with a small criticism, and that's the visor. For those of you familiar with the Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor games, you know that the Purge Troopers have got quite a glossy, almost lit up red visor, and that seems to be omitted from this guy, unfortunately. I'm not too sure why that's the case, but I think it's a detail that would have really benefited this guy, as the visor being the same colour as the helmet, it does get lost in translation to the eye, unfortunately. Another new sculpting element that we've got is the pauldron. So this time, instead of seeing the Sand Trooper / Stormtrooper pauldron reused, this one is a brand new sculpt. And it's got the ammo pouches that the Purge Trooper has sculpted coming down over his left arm. The details on the pauldron, such as the wrinkles, are also updated and very sharp and really nice. Just give you a quick look at the back of that. We've even got the silver clasp that's been highlighted there with a paint application. That's very nice to see, as it's often a detail that can fall under the radar. Got the Imperial cog on his shoulder there. All of these design elements that we're now familiar with the Purge Trooper class have been included and replicated just as you see in the game, which is really nice. Coming further down the figure, he's got a soft goods karma, which has been really nicely done. Hasbro have been doing some good work with their soft goods this year, and so it would seem going into 2026. And then the bottom of the figure is just quite simple. The right hand side bicep armour also has the ammo pouches similar to the pauldron, just if you can see that there. It's also a very nice included detail. Now because the money has gone into all these new elements, I do wonder if we'll see this guy recycled as a 212th Airborne Clone Trooper in the future. I know a lot of people in the community have been asking for that figure for quite some time, and the time is now, in my opinion. There's no better time to put that guy out into the collection, given what we're seeing here, and also seen that the Vintage Collection is going to receive that figure in their line as of 2026. So all signs point in that direction. I just hope that that's something we see from Hasbro. Now the only other thing I really have to cover on this guy are the blasters. So he comes with the standard DC-15 carbine blaster, which you see there, which is fine, you know, something we've come to expect with clone troopers and with purge troopers. And then we also get the longer DC-15 rifle. Again, this is very normal. However, as most of you guys out there will know who've played Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor, these Commander Purge troopers in-game are the sharpshooter class for all intents and purpose, and therefore the modified DC-15 blaster rifle is very specific to them. So considering that Hasbro didn't include that with the original Purge Trooper back in 2019, it would have been a very welcome update for this guy, especially considering that they've put the effort in elsewhere. It's just missing that cherry on the cake for me, unfortunately. But overall, this guy is a worthy upgrade to the old one, and definitely one that fans of the video games should be looking to add to their collections. So that is about it for the Purge Trooper. It does get a thumbs up from me despite those few little grievances, and now we're going to take a look at the Patrol Trooper and see what that guy's about. So this is the Patrol Trooper from Jedi Survivor. Now I won't go into much detail with this, I'll just tell you what you need to know, as this is exactly the same figure that came out for Solo back in 2018. It's a great figure, I am happy with it. I always thought it was a very nice design when it originally came out. This time it has been given in-game specific accessories, so he's got the Electro Stun Baton and he's got the Riot Gear shield. This has been updated with a new paint application, so it's got the Imperial cog on the front, which the previous version didn't have. So even though this is a reused accessory, it is very nice to see Hasbro including those video game accurate details. There is a small electrical effect on the baton, again accurate to its appearance in game. That's been recreated in a sort of greenish grey plastic, and that will extend and retract just like the previous versions. But the figure itself is exactly the same as the old one. I will just point out, with this guy being a repack, he does have those very strange jointed hips. They were almost pinned diagonally, so you had to rotate the joint around to get a forward bend out of the leg. Very strange. Very glad that we navigated away from that particular design with the Black Series as it went forward. But just something worth mentioning, as I had actually forgot that that was a thing, believe it or not. So, more or less covers the Patrol Trooper. Again, nothing to discuss in detail. It's very much what we've seen before, but I'm happy that it's been included in this set anyway, as it's another grunt for the Jedi Survivor shelf for Cal Kestis to go up against. So that's going to bring this video to an end, and it's going to bring this small collection of Black Series reviews to an end as well. So thank you all for watching, I do always appreciate the support, and I'm hoping to do some collection-based videos next. Might be a Black Series collection, a Hot Toys collection, or I'm even thinking of doing a little collection tour of my 2008 Clone Wars figure display. So let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in, and let me know which one of those three you want to see first. I'm not going to do the big long collection video this year. I'm going to break it up into chunks just so it's a little more simpler and a little easier, depending on what the viewer's interested in watching. I hope you've enjoyed having a look at these figures. Please follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see some HD shots of these guys on the page right now, and that's where I'm going to be posting all of the cool things that will be coming out over the next few months. So thank you all for watching once again. Please subscribe, give us a like, let me know what you think of these, and I'll catch you in the next video. And until then, take care, and may the Force be with you always.